Now at 6, Carthage police respond to an accidental shooting death overnight. Plus, the Joplin Chamber of Commerce hosts an event for young professionals. And the city of Frontenac gets ready to begin a brand new chapter with a brand new library.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Joplin police open an investigation into an officer-involved shooting. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Elise Snowy. The incident happened earlier this morning following a suspicious person call near 7th and Sargent. During the call, the reporting officer fired his weapon and hit the subject. Authorities treated the subject, who was taken to a local hospital for a non-life-threatening injury. JPD has requested Missouri Highway Patrol assist in the investigation. Last night, authorities responded to reports of a man shot on South Main Street in Carthage, Missouri. Upon arrival, Carthage police administered CPR and an 18-year-old male who suffered a single gunshot wound. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. An investigation revealed a 20-year-old male accidentally fired the fatal shot. Authorities notified next of kin, though no names have been released at this time. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with the first look at weather.
Well, it turned out to be another nice day for us today. Still breezy out there, but not as bad as what we had yesterday, and temperature is still pretty good. But we have about a 10-degree spread across the region. Mid-50s northern counties, mid-60s once you get into our southern counties. And still kind of a southwesterly wind. These have been kind of backing down a little bit over the past couple hours. So that is good news. Through the evening hours, sliding back through the 50s eventually. Upper 40s later on tonight. Now, we do have some clouds out there. Most of us are going to stay dry as we go through the evening hours, but you can see some thunderstorms just to the west of Little Rock, and then a couple little guys popping up in Benton County. So we're looking from Bentonville down toward Fayetteville, and then also a couple little guys popping up near Cassville just north of Table Rock Lake. These are going to quickly blow off toward the east as we go through the next few hours. More rain, even some snow in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
We'll check in with you soon. The state of Missouri marks 1 year since beginning sales of non-medical marijuana use. According to the Department of Health and Senior Services and the Division of Cannabis Regulation in the state, more than $1 million went to each of the following agencies: the Missouri Veterans Commission, the DHSS Substance Use Disorder Grants Program, and the Missouri State Public Defender System. The DCR grew from 50 staff members to almost 150 since legislation. The state has also issued 48 micro-business licenses. The Carthage Chamber of Commerce hosted the 2024 Eggs and Issues legislative briefing. The event gave the public the opportunity to interact with local legislators. All elected officials gave an update on bills and priorities discussed and proposed in Jefferson City and in Washington, D.C. Organizers said the event serves as a way to show the impact bills have right here in the 4-state area.
Working on bills and things like that, you always hear it after the fact. Well, this is a great way for our representatives to let them know, hey, this is what's coming up. This is what we've voted on to help us move in a good direction throughout the whole community and lead our state in a direction that is positive and has a great quality of life for all of us here in Southwest Missouri.
Today's event took place at the Carthage Water and Electric Plant Community Room. The Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce today hosted the inaugural YP Summit. The event, developed by the Joplin Young Professionals Network's Executive Committee, featured all levels of employees and executives, as well as professionals from all industries. Organizers designed the event as a way to encourage and grow some local business talent.
The Executive Committee was looking for ways to reach further into the community with connecting with young professionals in the area, not only in the chamber but in our community, to build their professional development, serving the community, and then furthering their connection with each other and the Joplin area.
All area young professionals were invited to participate. The city of Frontenac is getting closer to having its first public library. KOAM's Samantha Walker tells us more about what the future building will offer.
Frontenac will soon have a public library following a $4.5 million donation from the Tavella family.
I think that they were really just passionate about education and giving back.
And it will be the first in the city.
Frontenac has never had a public library before, so this will be the first in our history.
The library director says the future building will have various resources for the community. This includes Root Coffee House, who's opening a second location there.
So in addition to a nice book collection, we will also have a community room available for people to use. We will also have a coffee shop, and the new library will also hold the Frontenac Historical Collection as well.
And behind me, where currently sits Frontenac's Town Hall, will soon be the site of the future library.
That building will be coming down, and the building will be about 8,400 square foot.
And for readers, books for the future library are already being gathered.
We have probably around 6,000 books boxed up right now that we're slowly getting processed and entered into the system so they're shelf ready.
Construction for the library is expected to begin this summer. The city hopes to have the building open to the public in 2025.
We just encourage people to kind of follow along on the progress and everything. We have a website up and going now. It's frontenacpl.org. We hope to have construction updates available for everybody to check out. And if anybody ever has any questions, they can contact me up here at City Hall. In
Frontenac, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
To learn more about the future Frontenac Public Library, visit our website, koamnewsnow.com. Later in sports, a Pittsburgh high school standout will make the move to the next level by staying in Pittsburgh. John has the details in just a few minutes. But first, sixth graders in Carthage wade into a Shark Tank to pitch toy ideas to benefit kids with cerebral palsy.
$800 on select adjustable mattress sets, only at Ashley.
Students in Carthage stepped into the Shark Tank to show off toys they created to assist children with cerebral palsy. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
It's one thing to create a project for school, but the pressure is on when you have to present it to a Shark Tank.
It's kind of like you don't know these people, and like you're just talking to someone you don't know.
But according to these sharks, these kids know how to give the perfect pitch.
When I came into it, I was thinking, given the goals of their patient, are they meeting the goals that the patient wants, and are they developing a product that would actually help out with what they're trying to fix, right? Every single one blew it out of the water.
These students were tasked with developing a toy to assist children who have cerebral palsy, each team coming up with a unique idea.
We had a guest speaker as a physical therapist, occupational therapist come in and share a lot of designs, and surprisingly our kids come up with some things that are pretty similar to things that are actually in use.
Though the kids won't actually give their designs away, it does help them understand why these kinds of toys are necessary.
Probably makes him feel more special and like feels like he's being noticed.
Yeah, kind of recognize like everyone else around him instead of just being the kid with like cerebral palsy.
Though there could only be one winner, these students now have a better understanding of how to collaborate as a team and create a product that could change someone's life. Reporting in Carthage, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Out of 400 students that participated in the project, only 19 were a part of the final 5 teams. A little later, Friday night means college hoops here in the 4 states. John has a preview of tonight's matchups.
Plus, we have some rain and snow chances for Super Bowl Sunday. We're going to look at that coming up.
Casino is giving away big casino cash and Go Rewards prizes all
Center for the Arts.
Not a bad day for us today. A lot of clouds across the region, but still temperatures right back up into the mid 60s during the afternoon, which is pretty good. In fact, all of February so far, we've had above average temperatures. So 9 days in a row, which is pretty good. In fact, if you date back to the end of January, the last 5 days were above average. So we've had about 2 weeks of temperatures above average, which is great. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We are looking northeast through downtown. Looks pretty good. We do have a lot of clouds out there, and we are going to have that as we go through the overnight hours, but mid 50s northern counties, mid 60s once you get into our southern counties. Let's go outside. Here's 7th and Rangeline 58. Southerly winds, they back down a little bit at about 5 to 10, still some gusts at about 15. We're going to slide back through the 50s, eventually upper 40s later on tonight, and the winds are finally calming down, not near as bad as it was yesterday when we were pushing gusts near 50 miles per hour. A lot of clouds. You can see a few thunderstorms popping up in our southeastern counties. These are really from just west of Little Rock and then stretching up I-49 toward Fayetteville and Bentonville. Some of these guys could be a little bit stronger. You can see they're pushing into southern parts of Berry County, just south of Cassville, just west of Eagle Rock at Table Rock Lake, and then moving just north of Branson. These are going to continue to flare up, but quickly push off toward the east, so most of you are going to end up staying dry. Here's our next storm system building, which will affect us as we head into Sunday. We are in the part of the pattern that we had the rain on Christmas Eve. It's that storm system which is coming back through as we go into Sunday. Now, Saturday looks okay. We're going to drop back near 40 and then upper 40s by the time we get to about the noon hour. And then once we get into the afternoon, lower 50s for highs, which is cooler but not bad. 51 tomorrow, 46, cooler Sunday. Showers starting to develop, especially the southern half of the four-state area. So let's look at that. This Super Bowl Sunday, we're going to go all the way to about the noon hour. You can see some showers our far southern counties, so mainly along and south of I-44. Now, all day Sunday, that's pretty much where the rain sticks, is along and south of I-44. So if you live north of I-44, just cloudy skies as we go through Sunday. Here's midnight, Sunday night, hopefully celebrating a Chiefs win. Still showers, southern counties. But once we get into Monday morning, you can see a little bit of pink and a little bit of blue mixing in. So as this system cools enough in the upper atmosphere, we should get some snow. Temperatures above freezing, but it'd be very wet snow. And we'll have to see where this sets up. It looks like mainly along and south of I-44. So north of I-44, your chances for snow aren't that good. And then this rotates out of here by Monday morning. I would like to see a little bit of snow. So right now, the Joplin Metro is kind of in the watch zone. We'll have to see if this system shifts just a few miles north. Accumulations likely from Monette, Neosho, Grand Lake, south. And then the heaviest snow right now looks to go right through Benton County. Still about 60 hours away, so we'll keep our eyes on it. All right, 51 tomorrow, 46 on Sunday, 45 on Monday, and then warming right back to 60 by the middle of next week.
There's snow this weekend and the Chiefs win. You're going to be pretty happy.
I would be ecstatic.
Well,
yes.
Hope that happens.
I know.
Right. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Missouri Southern baseball has its home opener this afternoon. And a Pittsburgh High School football player signs with the Gorillas. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
Quick, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacation.
Hey, welcome into sports. I'm John Dales. One of the best offensive linemen in the four states is staying home. Pittsburgh High School senior Noah Rogers signs this afternoon to further his academic and athletic career with Pittsburgh State. This afternoon, Noah Rogers signs with Pitt State football. The All-State honorable mention and first-team All-SEK offensive lineman says this moment is special, not just signing to play college football, but to become a Gorilla.
I just love the coaching staff there. I just loved just the atmosphere. I've grown up watching the Gorillas my whole life, and I just really, when I went on the visit, I just really fell in love with it. I went on a lot of other visits, and I had a lot of other opportunities, but really just Pitt State was the one that really stuck out to me.
Missouri Southern baseball is taking advantage of the beautiful weather this afternoon. The Lions play their home opener against Ouachita Baptist, the same team who beat Southern 8-1 on Sunday. Missouri Southern returns home to Warner Turner Fields as the Lions host Ouachita Baptist. We pick things up in the second inning. Will Doherty puts a charge into this one. That ball's going to clear the fence in left field for a two-run homer. 2-0 Southern. Not long after that, in fact, the very next batter, Nate Miskowski, gets every piece of that baseball. It is long gone. Back-to-back homers for the Lions. Southern leads 3-0. Go ahead to the third now. Lions lead 6-1. Drew Davis hits an RBI single into left. Miskowski easily scores. It's 7-1 Southern. Later in the third, bases are loaded. Drew Townsend sends a line drive base hit into right field. Two more runs come in to score. Missouri Southern wins its first home game of the year. Final score 15-1. Meanwhile, Pitt State baseball loses its home opener 5-4 to Regis. The Gorillas held to just 5 hits. This is game 1 of a 4-game set between PSU and Regis this weekend. The two play a doubleheader tomorrow. First game's at noon, second one scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. And we all know what Sunday is, Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, and the Chiefs' 4th trip to the big game in the past 5 years. On the final Red Friday of the 23-24 football season, more on that in this Super Bowl Minute with Mitch.
For the 4th time in the past 5 seasons, our final Minute with Mitch is during Super Bowl week. Crazy. But if the Chiefs win Super Bowl 58, the historical magnitude of the victory would be widespread. It would be the Chiefs' 4th Super Bowl win, and that would be tied for 5th in NFL history with the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. A 4th Chiefs Super Bowl conquest would give them more Lombardi trophies than any AFC West rival, eclipsing the 3 won by the Raiders and the Broncos. And of course, it would be the first back-to-back Super Bowl champion in almost 7,000 days. So, let's do this. It'll also be emotional. It's Super Bowl 58, the number of the late Derek Thomas, on this Minute with Mitch. The Minute with Mitch is brought to you by Como Jewelry. Every day's game day, Como Jewelry, Pittsburgh, Joplin.
Well, we've been talking about it all week. Obviously, everybody very excited for this Chiefs Super Bowl. Should be a very fun game.
It should be, and I hope the Chiefs will just be able to pull it out.
I hope so too. The 49ers beat my Packers, so I don't want the 49ers to win it.
You and me both. It still hurts, it still stings, but at least we beat the Cowboys.
True.
Well, that's it for sports. We're back right after this.
Kansas City Bayless, a 4-state hero.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The Kansas Secretary of Commerce and Lieutenant Governor stopped by Fort Scott to discuss recent business closures, plus why a campaign ad has a Missouri Secretary of State candidate in hot water, and why prices at the grocery store keep going up even though inflation is leveling out. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Galena Elementary showed off their spirit today by wearing red. Students wore everything from Chiefs gear to even a few 49ers shirts. Area schools have celebrated Spirit Week this week with the Super Bowl just a few days away. Teachers used the occasion to sneak in some fun learning.
It's a great idea because the kids are thinking about it anyway, and we can build on what is happening in our community and around the world, really, at any point in time, and give them something to have some background and some knowledge that they can go into the future.
You can, of course, watch the Super Bowl on KOAM and Paramount Plus this Sunday. It's great to see those young fans, and hopefully we'll see a Chiefs victory this Sunday.
I would be very happy if that occurs, and hopefully it will. I think they will.
Yeah.
And we have, the Super Bowl special coming up.
That's right, in 3 minutes? 2
Yeah.
minutes? Yeah.
So very cool. All right, weather-wise for us tomorrow, a lot of clouds, 51, 46 on Sunday, some showers in our southern counties, and then the southern half of the region will pick up a rain-snow mix Sunday night into Monday morning.
Take some rain and snow for some 60-degree days.
I would like that.
No problem. Final sports note.
Like Doug had just said, our Chiefs Super Bowl countdown special, just a couple of minutes away, you'll find out who me, Doug, Brock, and Dow all think will win the Super Bowl.
Exciting stuff. All right, thanks, John. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. From all of us here in the studio, have a great evening.
Captioning on KOAM